Let's see, is it working? It's still loading. All right, I don't know if you guys can hear me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3. No, I need something, some sort of audio capture. Let's go over here. Yes, okay. Okay, guys, I know you can hear me. You certainly see nothing but a black screen. What I'm trying to do is the 3D scan that you saw in the previous video, brought into VR. I'm gonna see if I can put it to scale and walk through it. The reason why this is taking so long is because, oh, here we go. Um, I'm trying something that I shouldn't be trying. I'm trying through AirLink, meaning connecting my Oculus Quest 2 to my computer, wireless, with no wire, um, to try this experience. However, I'm using Lumen and I'm using Nanite. Actually, I disabled the Nanite for those 3D scans because the lighting was getting messed up. So here we are. I want to do some sort of smooth locomotion, but right now I'm stuck with teleportation. So you're gonna see a lot of jumping. And it's gonna lag a lot because I'm doing, like I said, I have Lumen and I have Nanite, and I really hope the audio is coming through. And if so, why don't you give it a little subscribe? Let's take a look over here. Is this guy walking? Let me see what this guy is doing. Hey fella, what you doing? Are you sliding or walking? Oh, 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 that doesn't look good, man. Oh. So, anyways, these are some glitches. He's doing some weird stuff here. There you go. You know what he's doing? He's trying to navigate on the nav mesh of this map, and he's so bumpy, and he's the poor guy is stuck. How you feeling, buddy? Hey, buddy. Oh, oh. Okay. Listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart in a second. I'm gonna put you in a flat surface, all right? So you can be cool. And you're trying to follow me. Why don't you we go this way? So, anyways, let's get up here, guys. As you see the sign, give it a little. Hold on. Sorry for the lag again. I'm just pushing my computer to the limit. And running Lumen. Hold on. Fingers. Come on, fingers. Okay. I'm running Lumen, Nanite, and wait, let me bring this down. Come on, that will not work. Lumen, Nanite, and I'm doing this in VR with three huge 3D scans. So, and of course, you know the name of the channel. Look at this. Just through that, just testing some lights and some physics. Again, we're doing this for autism awareness. My boy has autism, and I'm trying to figure out how to help him navigate this world in a safe way. That fell down. So this channel we're using to do gaming for now, but that's mainly for inspiration because I'm stuck. Um, for inspiration purposes because it's good to relieve some stress. And sorry for the jagginess again. My computer is struggling right now. As you can see by my hand, I'm using the Oculus Quest 2. This is the temporary name of this project, not the channel. The channel is named Local Goose, but this project in which I'm trying to scan my environment, trying to recreate my son's day-to-day life in VR. I mean, the game is not gonna be VR. I'm doing it in VR because it's more immersive, but the game is gonna be mainly for an iPad. He spent most of his time in the iPad, so I'm gonna create a iPad app that he can just navigate and figure out how I can integrate apply behavior analysis or ABA and any other tools that can be used to help with autism. So this is this scan you've seen before. Let me see if I can get a little closer. This scan you've seen before. Let me see if I can grab that little ball to illuminate. I don't even need it. It's actually kind of bright here. This right here is the house. This is where this is being filmed from or streamed from or recorded from. Uh, as you saw in the previous video, I started modeling this area from scratch. And my cool, ouch, ow, ow, I just hit my treadmill. Ow, ow. It wasn't the shin bone, it was my, god damn it, what you call that? If I still have it in my body. Anyways, my, ow, oh, shit. So, that's how you make a video. Anyways, I can't even say it. The bone, the joint between my uh, heel, was my ankle bone, hit the corner of my treadmill, and that's still burning. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. So let's put a little light here. So this is the house, right? So I tried to build this from scratch, but my cool neighbor here, as you saw in the previous video, if you saw it, pulled up his drone and he did a fly through and saved me so much time. Now, as you're gonna see once we step outside, I still had to do some handwork. I had to recreate the fence, the trees. cut all that out. I had to remove the ground because I like the ground. I was gonna put each layer in a different, each portion in a different layer. Like I did the ground so I can create the normal maps, and then I took the house by itself. So after we did that, he went around. Let me drop this here. Boop. Hold on, my headset is loose. It's a little loose. That's why you see the bobbing. Let me put this down here. Put this down here, and secure this so you don't get so much bobbing because it's really loose in my head. Here we go. All right. Let me get my hand. We got one here. Let me know what you think. If you want to see the controller or just the hand by itself. Let me know in the comments. I usually just have the hands, but I say, hey, let's do something different. So we got this ball here that we are using for illumination purposes for the 3D scans. So let's move to this one here and away from a treadmill because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Anyways. All right, so this is the other part that he did. Oh, that's too high. Let me get on my knees. All right, can I grab the ball? It's kind of far. So then he went around and captured pretty much the entire block, as you can see in the 3D scan. Um, Man, I wish I could just navigate freely. Let me see, can I get in there? No, it's too high. So I just want to grab that ball. I wish I could just suck it up like in Half-Life Alex. I gotta set up that. So then he went from that little guy. Oh, wait a minute, I can grab these guys. My bad, my bad. Come here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, did the ball just fall through? Here we go. Come here, Papa. There you go. Ooh, this is bad. Can you see my shaky hand? So we did this 3D scan. I went around in Blender and removed all those trees. The first time that I did it, I cut all those out, but these ones I actually cut out and there was a hole in them, which I didn't like. So I went back in Blender and instead of cutting them out, these that are attached to the ground, I just used the sculpting tool and just smooth that out. Smooth that out with the flattening tool and the sculpting tool, and then I used the stamp tool for the paint. Actually, in this area, I didn't even have to do that. No, I did use the stamp tool for the texture to make it more even. Um, so the reason why I'm doing this, I don't know how much I should share, and certainly don't want to share too much, but I have some with autism and he tends to elope, correct? So we're trying to figure out how to get him safe, keep him safe within the confines of his home, but also if he step outside, to also know how to read the stop sign, how to look at the streets, and what to look out for. So we got this 3D scan here. This amazing, by the way. There's a little playground there. Let me see how close I can get. Sorry for the shakiness. This is amazing, I gotta tell you. Let me balance that out there. Don't fall. Look at that. Anyway, so let's toss that out there. Or just float in the air if that's what you wanna do. That's much better actually. Let me see, can I? Come here, Paps. Let's bring you to the light. Let's bring you to the light. There you go. Let's put you a little closer. There you go. Oh. Ta-da. Put you a little like that. There you go. This is much better. Hold on. This my beanbag is on the way. So here we are, guys. This is Local Goose headquarters. This is what we're trying to recreate. I'm trying, like I said, I want to replicate as much from real life into the game for him to do. I'm doing it in VR because it's more fun for me to do it from VR, to be immersed in the process of development. Now, Unreal used to have how you doing there, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, you gotta give that dance move a name. Let's call it the UE5 twerk. There you go, UE5 twerk. That's your dance, brother. Um, Cardi B, move aside. Anyways, so this I just love spending time looking at it. Um, Funny story, nothing to do with this, but you see how this is all like messed up. I had to spend all day today digging all that out because after we spent time and money planting sod here, we got a little puppy that decided to dig holes in all this area. And then he decided to pee in all of this, making everything brown. Granted, this is some leaves falling from the fall. Um, and I love looking at these tiny little structures. Like, dude, like look at the light pole. I'm in love with this. I don't know why. I just love seeing this in miniature. Anyway, so let's go. Oh, I just hit my monitor. Let me back up. Let's Let's get back up again. I'm gonna do tutorials per request. I don't have that many tutorials in my channel, but if you have any question about development, modeling, 3D scanning, anything that can come to mind as far as the even graphic design, just send me a message and I will help you out. And of course, from time to time we do a little bit of gaming, but that's not what you're here for. Let's see if we can grab that other scan here, move it without dropping the ball. Ha ha ha. Don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. Here we go, guys. How fun is this? Let's see if we can get this fella to. Oh, I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. Well, let's put you. Should have. Let's bring you to the light. There you go. Just move you a little bit. Oop. Sorry, guys. I know this is a little jarring seeing all this wankiness with my computers. I cannot believe that it's not on fire. Man, can I stand on that? Let me see something. Can I surf? No, there's no. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let me see if I can grab the ball. It is so easy to get distracted in VR, guys. Do not get away from me. My floor is not level. Look, my hands are in the floor, but it's not matching the floor of the Unreal. That's quite alright. That's quite alright. Um, oh my god, this is hurting. You know why I usually use like a headband or one of those gator mask to keep my dreadlocks at bay when I put my headset on. But right now, that's upstairs, and my dreadlocks are not liking having this. Oh, look at that. So, anyways, guys, back to what we were doing. Look how nice this looks. Look how nice this looks with Lumen in Unreal Engine 5.2. This is a 3D scan in VR. My computer is still not screaming. But what I like is that I'm able to rotate this 3D scan if my hand doesn't shake so much like a freaking earthquake. But this, I'm in love just with this process. So a little bit more of what I was saying. I'm trying to come here. This feels so weird bringing this into my body. For a minute, I thought that was Alexa. It's just a trampoline back here in the neighbor's yard. Uh, where am I? Here we go. Over here, buddy. There you go. So this is the other 3D scan that he did. If you compare that one to the small one that I showed you first, the details are not as great because this was a bigger area that he was trying to scan. So he wasn't able to concentrate, get as many pictures in one specific area. He kind of had to spread that all across his scan. Uh, my God, this is amazing. Dude, this is amazing. Let me dip in right here. So, but not only that, technically, if you think about it, even though I'm doing this for a game for autism or simulation to keep my autistic son safe, you can use this for animation. You seen the scene some intro, like when they come and ride, you can literally have a little 3D character here. You can be the camera yourself, move around, take the actors, place them in different areas. You can use an entire block like this and make an entire animated show. But I digress. That's just my brain going crazy. Whenever I see something, my brain just starts. I'm assuming that's what happened to my son with autism. If he hears a tune, he needs to wake up at 3 in the morning, try to run to the piano to play it, or find his iPad and trying to build something. Um, Unfortunately, we live in a society in which we cannot just, do what we want. Uh, we need to be safe. So I'm trying to show him how to do this. Again, I don't know if my computer is still recording. I don't even know if the audio is coming through. But while I still have you, why don't we stop playing with these little guys and go into the real one? We're gonna pop into this 3D scan, but at a larger scale, which is what you see that. This building right here, that's where we are. We are currently back here. So we're gonna get out of this place and we're gonna take a walk over there. How you doing, pet fella? I feel bad that I put you up there, man. I should have. In the next video, you're gonna be walking around with me, okay, Bernie? All right. Let's go. Let's take a walk. So this is the second scan that you saw. That's the one up there that you saw. The quality is not as good, given that again he needed to. The drone had to pretty much spread the amount of pictures that she took in the first scan. I don't know why I called the drone a she, but that's all right. So the quality is not as good. As you can see, the trees are not the greatest. I did spend one time where I was doing my other job and I was doing just on Blender cutting all the trees. So there's a lot of holes. And then I figured, is that really the best waste of my time? But because the main experience is not for him to go out into the world, it's for him to mainly figure out how to navigate in his own home first, correct? And then from there, showing him how to walk around, that he can come to this playground. That's where his sister is gonna be going to school. Show him how to he can walk his sister to school, how to walk his dog around his neighborhood, uh, you know, and be able to safely, uh, navigate this world. Right now, we have to keep everything, you know, he's never alone. He's never alone. He can never be alone, even at night when he sleeps. We need to have cameras to check because he will wake up at any time, and try to go around the house. I mean, luckily, uh, he loves his mama so much that the first thing that he's been doing recently when he wakes up is to look for his mom. I don't know if that's coming into the video, but my Oculus Quest and my computer are struggling. So let's see if we can make it to the house before I have to end this video. So, and I also want to do for the next video, instead of doing this teleportation, which is kind of annoying for me personally. I don't know if how. Oh, that's my spaceship over there. That's where we came from. Um, so the fence didn't come through in this scan because obviously, I mean, he's scanning the entire block. So, but at least for scale purposes, this is way better. Here's the little clubhouse. Oh, too dark. I should have brought a flashlight with me. Um, I don't know if you've seen the other videos. This is the bar, a little melte. Who's up for some parkour? Here you go. So we are on the roof. That's a little trippy. This is a little bit like Doctor Strange in the universe of madness. What I did, guys, what I did is I took all the 3D scans, just threw them into the wall, one on top of the other one. So what you see in back there is the small scan that I show you, the one that has the best quality, the one that I'm using. And I'm even considering bringing that into Blender and just cutting out the windows and replace it because I like the scan so much and I would hate to waste it. Um, so little parkour over here. Let's climb on my roof. How nice is this? Neighbors. Oh, by the way, this is where we have a little that doesn't include you. Never mind. I was gonna say something. Anyway, so let's do more parkour here. Oh, you guys wanna go through the street? Let's go through the street. So this is my side yard. Um, there's a table there. Believe it or not, I'm in there right now. Somehow. In that mess. That's where you're getting this video from. Oh, can I go through here? Oh, dude. I wanna try it. I wanna try it. I wanna try it. No, it will not let me. Oh, all right, whatever. So here we are again. What's up, Milt? Um, that's our drone pilot, coolest guy in the world. Anyways, no, he's really helped me out with this scan. He really saved me so much time. So this is the best scan that we have. We have here a little bit of levitating um, phone port. I think it is. I think it's a phone line, and this is it. This block is smaller. As you saw, we walk a long distance to get here in the other scan. But this one, again, I brought into Blender. I clean out this. What you see there, that's the power line that the drone put as a flat texture on the floor. I went into Blender and I fixed all of that. Here also, that bush, I smooth all that out and replace it with my own my own bush. I replaced that bush. I replaced her bush with my bush. Anyways, garbage cans. Bang, I wish I could. This would give me the proper scale, man. Let me see. Would you reset orientation? That's not gonna do it. But let me see if it would ground me again. Nope, it didn't bring me to the ground. So garbage cans, the mailbox is melted into that texture. All right, brother. There you go. There's the mailbox and our little autism flag. Oh, you can actually see it. There's the autism flag. It says autism awareness, but it's not working right now. So let's take you to the edge of the world. Now, we came from that scan. That's the second scan that has the city. This, what you're seeing right here, which is the biggest scan, it also includes the water tower that you see there. This is a grab that I have from Google Maps. I went into Google Maps, grabbed this from the satellite, and plop it here. That was how I started, and then I realized that as cute as it is, it's not really helpful. But then again, I'm pushing it too much. My wife said, "Hey, that's good enough," but I'm trying to make it as realistic and photorealistic as possible because that's just my nature. But then again, it might take me forever to do that. So thank you for the drone scan. But this is where it all started. As you can see, the texture are not nearly as good, but it gives you a visual, some sort of representation what things are gonna look like. There is that word tower. We're gonna do some parkour here for as long as this video would allow, and I would really be really angry if this is not being recorded or the audio is not coming through. But so far it seems to be doing good. Okay, so let's give you another tour here through Local Goose headquarters. So this is all fenced in because again I'm trying to keep it safe. Um, this right here that you're seeing here, hold on. That device, come on, bring me to the light. I need to fix the occlusion. That red thing with the handle, that's a pooper scooper. I use that to pick up the poop from my dog. Little recliner here, floating bush. This is a fireplace, dog bed, a little wagon to pull the kids around, two chairs. The table that goes here is inside that shed. A little what you call it? Tricycle. No, you know what I'm talking about. And these guys, this is the bar in which I don't get to drink. No, this we turned this mainly into a clubhouse. We had the the pool, the water toys in there. I mean the slides. There's the stools and entire thing that I had to create. Everything that you see in here, I'm gonna create from scratch, and you're gonna see the development. I'm gonna document everything because I want my son one day to go back and see how everything was created because it's really into technology, just like my daughter. And my daughter is helping me with this development, and my son. I'm hesitant to show their faces, but I'm gonna put the video and I'm just gonna cover their faces so you see their reaction to the game as we develop this game. Again, if you're just watching this video and you fast forward to this point, I'm trying to recreate as much as I can the reality that me and my family live in for my son that has autism, so he understands how to communicate better, how to express himself in this world, and how to safely navigate. As I use this word safely, I almost bang my toe on my treadmill once again because I'm not being safe. So that's a plant that I need to recreate. This was me playing with the water, with my friends, neighbors, water, water pressure, water washer, pressure washer, and I was just messing with that. There's a grill. Let's go back here. That's the playroom. That's how you go up to the water tower. And this you go to the other side of the yard. That's the fireplace there, sticking out. Let's do some parkour. So funny story. Well, a few weeks ago we had a bee infestation, and my wife and I and the neighbors spent the longest time trying to figure out where these bastards were coming from. Uh, I didn't want to kill them. I don't want to kill bees. I just, first of all, this, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a shortage of bees, as funny as I sound. And two, I just don't like to kill creatures, except for mosquitoes. I mean, we all hate mosquitoes. Don't pretend that you don't hate mosquitoes. Um, so weeks passed by. We burned. I moved the fire pit to here to burn stuff, and eventually they just left. They never made a nest or nothing. They were just here to torture us for the longest time. Anyway, so this is the best can that we have. I love it. I do have a modular pack that allows me to create this with modular assets, meaning like I can take different pieces of the roof that actually model. You know what I mean? It do have texture, but the bevel of the bump map is more raised on this one. This is the one. I'm not certain if this one has the bump map that I created. I don't think this one does. All right, that's why this one doesn't have no bump. I need to stop saying bump. The normal map. Bump map is from the days back in the days when we used to work with nerves and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they still use bump maps, but mainly for gaming we use normal maps. Some leaves that I never got to rake before the 3D scan was done. That's my office in there. That's where I am. Talking to you from. Okay, so we planted an apple tree there that did not scan, and there's another apple tree right here. Oh, that's the other apple tree. Reason why this one scans is because this that you see hanging here, those are all grapes, and those grapes were choking my apple tree, so I had to cut them out. So that's not there anymore. Um, let's see. I'm using this as a pointer. That's a table, folding table that I had here, and I moved there. Um, and yeah, this is kind of trippy. I love it. And then we keep working over here. This is the best scan. Again, this is overlaid with the second scan there that is not the best. That's why you see the hole here. But now, this is the goal of this video. Let's see if we can make it to the water tower while we see or try to narrate what is it that I'm doing here. What you see in this monstrosity that is melting your brain and eyes. Your reality is not being melted. What is happening is I took a bunch of 3D scans and just piled them up, jump into a reel, just to take a look into into this. you can certainly make a little mini game, to be honest with this. Like, don't fall off the map or something like that. Um, oh, I didn't show you my favorite part of the 3D scan. Let's get to it. Let's see. Can we get through it? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. Well, this one is one of them. And again, this doesn't have any normal maps applied to it yet. This is just the flat texture, and still looks good. Except for, as you can see, when the light hits it, the specular reflection, it shows you these diamonds. Again, I don't know if that's coming on through the video, but that means that there's no bump map. It's not even taking the texture into account as far as how to reflect the light. That's what you see, those diamonds. What I did, however, let me sit in this chair here for a little bit. Hopefully the neighbor doesn't mind. He's pretty cool. I don't think that he cares. I'm gonna sit over here. So we good? All right. So my headset is falling. So I'm sitting here. So what I did is I went around and I cut the entire ground. I took the house off, all of that. So I just had the ground and everything that was attached to the ground just left a hole. Then I took all the textures into Photoshop, and I believe I have a plugin in Photoshop that allows me to convert flat images into normal maps. Then I took that, brought it back into Unreal with the one that I sent from Blender, and applied that normal map to this texture, making those diamonds that you see. Again, let's get back here so you can see the reflection. You see how that light, it doesn't show really good in that one. Right here, you see how it has like those blacks or triangles of lights. That's because the mesh is the one reflecting the light, meaning if I could show you this with no texture, that's exactly what the mesh that we're standing on looks like. So the system, again, I'm using Lumen on Unreal 5.2, is reflecting, but it's not taking into consideration the texture at all because it doesn't have a what would you call it? I'm trying to give you a specific description. It doesn't have the normal maps to tell them this is what you should be reflecting from. Instead, it's just reflecting out of the model. So I did, knowing that I was going to have that issue, I cut everything out, just leaving the ground, did the texture, did the bump map. Then I did another layer in which is just the houses, and apply the bump map. That way I can, if I want a model, and just cut out the windows and flatten this texture because it's not that difficult. I mean, this is a good start. And and Blender has a good way in which it keeps it keeps the UV maps. And I don't know how it does it, but it aligns the texture, with no issues. You don't lose the texture when you modify the model. I noticed that. Again, this is the first time that I use Blender, by the way. I'm a Maya user. Back in the days, I used to do Lightwave 3D. I don't know if that thing's still around. Lightwave by Nutec. I remember that company. I used to do that. Then I switched to 3D Studio Max. I started with 3D Studio Max, switched to Lightwave, then came to Maya. And then Blender, I just started using with this project, and I'm amazed how intuitive it is to use as a tool from somebody coming from any other 3D software. So let's go around. Let's do some parkour. Parkour, I said. There you go. This is my favorite part of this 3D scan. You see it from here. That crack. And this is with no normal maps. Those lines that you see is the power lines from above that were flat. Here, it was the railing, as you can see, is flat over there. I went even into the bushes. And a little bit into the door there. But this area out of this 3D scan is my favorite. Right here. And this crack. When you put a normal map on this and you shine the light right, even if you know in VR, my mouth just drool. Like, I just love amazing graphics in I just love photorealistic stuff. I mean, this is coming from somebody that used to do oil paintings when I was a kid. I just love always observing the environment around me and try to replicate it as much as I can. That being said, because the headset is killing my forehead because my dreadlocks, let's see if we can get to. Let me show you the vehicles, how they came. They are not part of this demonstration because I'm using vehicles from Unreal, but look how cool this is. Looks like somebody just mashed my window. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that know a lot about vehicles. I don't know anything about vehicles. Just by looking at this messed up 3D scan, leave it in the comment if you can tell me what year and model this is. And also like and subscribe. And then we have here, this right here, I don't know if it came through, my wife herself is designing an autism awareness stickers for safety. It did not come through in this scan. but I'm gonna post it in in the thing if you guys would like to get a few stickers. If you have somebody with autism that you wanna create awareness, I can tell you where you can get those stickers. My wife makes them herself. Um, this I love. So this is the what is it called? The arbor. And because don't get so confused when it says a surface like that, you just take whatever is flat and you just use it to fill the image. And that's exactly what I did in that clubhouse. Um, oh, right here, you see that little heart? Let me see how close I can get. There you go. There's a heart there. Let me see. Again, I was messing around with the pressure washer and I just do a heart for my wife over here. Still there. Like my love. Anyways, oh, funny enough, today is our 18th anniversary and we both forgot, which makes me feel like less of a piece of shit. It's because we've been dealing with a lot, of, you know, summer, kids are finishing school, yada, 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 and autism itself can take a toll. But I love this lighting here. I like it when the lighting, when you are in VR and you forget and you just move to a nice spot, like that bush. From here, it looks like crap. But if I could use that type of texture, the lighting, in order to save me time, because again, this is not gonna be a VR game for him. I love going in VR, and I put him into VR yesterday, which might make me change my mind. But the thing is, I don't know how VR and his developmental state right now with his brain, when we're trying to introduce him how to communicate into this world, how would that affect his world, his perception of reality? I might be overthinking it, most likely, but you know what? I might go do away with these remotes. I don't like it. I like having the freedom of moving my hands. And I also like the HTC Vive remotes because I don't have to press a button for my hands to move. If I'm talking, you will see the motion of my hands. Anyways, I get too distracted. So this is, oh, look at the little birdhouse that my daughter built. It's right there. My wife and my daughter made that. This is a swing that uh, my daughter's little shop. She turns this little house into a restaurant, and she charged me for every pretend food that she sells me. Um, we got a little sandbox that was moved to the other side. We have a little swing here, and this is not on the floor. This is the monkey bars. Again, from above, the drone doesn't know what's actually in the ground. It's just if it doesn't get around it, the object, it thinks that it's a flat surface, and it just pops it into the ground. Like my fence here, for instance. I went around in Blender again and make all of this flat. I had to paint some textures. This sharp edge here that feels like I'm about to cut my finger when I do this. And again, if you actually still watching this, thank you so much for sticking around. You must be a developer too, because only developers will find this rambling and this observation and pointing things out and talking about, you know, normal maps and bump maps and all of this stuff and Lumen, and you must be a developer if you're still sitting here watching me. So now let's go to that water tower. So this, guys, is the one that I got from Google Maps. The texture is gonna be crap, but I do want that water tower. So let's go there. Parkour. Oh, next video I need to set up some sort of flying, like a jetpack or something that allows me to go around faster because this is torture. So here's the mini game. Let's see if we can make it to the water tower and these horribles can find the teleportation spot that the nav mesh made for us. Again, if you don't to get development and if you don't do Unreal, nav mesh is simply when you create any 3D asset, any environment, let's put it that way. In on Unreal being the game engine that I'm using, there's many of them. There's Unity, which I also play with, and others. But Unreal right now seems to be in the main forefront because it's being used for films and all of that stuff. And look at what you can create out of the box with an Oculus Quest 2 and an old computer. Uh, and a lot of time and a family for inspiration. So as we keep going, so a nav mesh, when you throw this environment here, it is just triangles to the system. It has textures. Unreal sees a bunch of triangles. Now you need to let them know, can the character stand here? Yes. Okay. Can it move? Yes. Can we create some sort of mesh for the character to move so we know when the character moves where he's standing? And you say yes. So what should we call it? Well, if it's going to be a navigation mesh, what do we call it? A nav mesh. So that's exactly what this is. That was a long explanation for something that I'm pretty sure you already know. But if you don't do game development on Unreal specifically, that's what it's called. So the thing is, because this is so pointy, if I were to press P, which I cannot do that because it's a standalone demonstration, not a preview, you will be able to see a green mesh trying to create a path for me because I cannot see it. The current mini game, as I try to explain to you what the heck I'm doing, is see where the nav mesh is so we can get to the top of that tower before we get back to the spaceship that we're using to create all of the, come on. There you go. Ha ha ha. So please let me know in the comments your experience with autism, if any. Again, in one of my videos, I name it Autism Simulator, and that got somebody really upset. And that's common in the autism community. There's a lot of division, but that's on me because this is not a simulation for what it's like to be autistic, to struggle with autism. This is a simulation that I'm making for my son with autism to navigate his environment. So it is a simulation for autism, not an autism simulator. But I appreciate the feedback. I did get a lot of feedback from people, and the experiences. I got to speak with some people in the comments that told me, how long they've been struggling and how much they have been able to accomplish, which inspires me knowing that my son can still improve a lot. He certainly has the past few years because when my wife and I go back and try to think about where he was many years ago, again, he was younger, and that's the thing. You don't know what. Certainly, you don't know 100% if his improvement has to do with age, with the therapist, with the program, medication at times. So you cannot really tell for sure what it is. So you just be grateful that improvement is taking place, and you just keep moving forward and continue to gather as many resources uh, to. Oh, guys, we're making it to the World Tower. Um, yes, we did it, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all the way to the top. Um, so, and one thing that I noticed that he really likes is a game like Minecraft in which he can create and destroy and recreate. That's what I'm making this as flexible as possible, but with the limits that are bound within reality. Like you cannot in reality jump, like one of the persons say in my comments, you cannot jump 6 foot on top of a minivan like I did in that demo, um, in the previous short. Um, okay, so this is a good view. So here you can see all the different scans. I don't know how it's coming out to you when it comes to the draw distance because I had to lower the quality in the headset for me to be able to not crash. That looks like a bunch of blurry stuff, but I hope that you can see it. So we had the different scans of what we're creating. Um, this is the world tower. I don't think I can get all the way up there, but let me go over that there. That's where the train tracks are, and it's really cool actually what you see down there. So let's go there. Come on, Paps. There you go. And that's where we're gonna end the video because again, I know this is annoying and uncomfortable for you to see me navigate this way. So I'm gonna do smooth locomotion in the next video, and then I'm gonna also see if I can fly around instead. You know, um, and I'm also gonna give you a few tours on third person, no VR. Just like playing in the computer because again, most likely this is gonna be a computer game, iPad, a mobile game. Because again, my son is not gonna be walking around with a VR headset. you know I want to integrate some of the knowledge that we have learned from apps like lamp or anything that helps him communicate. And the funny thing about lamp is even though he has something, I don't know if it's lamp specifically, but he does have a communication device on his iPad. He does not uses it. He's been using his words just like me, talking really fast. But if you ask him for something, he will grab the iPad and write it down instead. um, and that's his preferred method of communication where he cannot tell you exactly what he wants. He would simply grab any device that has a keyboard and just write it down, which I am so grateful for that he's able to do that. um I'm trying to get to the train tracks over there, but that's not gonna happen, guys. My head hurts. This Oculus Quest is digging into my forehead. Oh, you know what, I may be wrong. I think we might be able to get there just by the end of this video, guys. uh really appreciate that like and that subscribe and leave in the comment just like many others have, your experience with autism. How far have you come along? Are obviously if you are seeing this video, I'm able to communicate because it's different. There's a big spectrum in autism. Some are not able to communicate like my son entirely. um but let me know your struggles if it was a struggle, because not for everybody it's a struggle. Let me know what your experience is. because anything that I can use to help with this development is greatly appreciated. I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Leave a like and subscribe. Sorry for the rambling. I almost broke my hand once again. See you in the next one. Bye.